Welcome to Ability MKE Now on Riverwest Radio. My name is Sue Roscoff, and I am joined as usual here by Kurt Roscoff, Emily Gomer, and Denise Vargas. And real quick, what is Ability MKE Now? We are a show about integration. We bring people with disabilities and people that don't have a disability together, enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. Now, we all have different abilities, and here at Ability MKE Now, we dive into this topic of diverse abilities. We showcase and share a variety of aspects related to ability type topics. So the concept of, like we say, of disability has a wide range of possibilities. We could be talking a physical or a mental disability, deaf or hard of hearing, blindness, chronic pain, mental health diagnosis, a goal of substance use reduction, chemical sensitivity. There's a wide range, right, of what can be referred to when you're talking about a disability. So we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. We are here to focus on abilities instead of our disabilities. And with that, we have some great friends that are joining us today. And I first would like to go ahead and bring in our good friend of the show, Aaron, and have you do just a real quick introduction, just reminding us who you are and what you do. And we are actually, let me just bring you in first. Come on in, Aaron. How are you doing tonight?
It's doing right. It's in the morning here.
Hi, everyone.
My name is Aaron. It's okay. I mean, it's just enjoying it. So my name is Aaron. I am a TAT and TAX coach. Working in this industry for 16 years as a public speaking coach and corporate trainer. So I'm really very happy to be always here to support my friends here and looking forward to a great session.
Excellent. Thanks so much for being here, Aaron. And I am going to bring in another guest of the show that has been here several times. She's a wonderful, lovely lady. Rose Onama is the best storyteller there is. So I'm so glad she can be with us today, and I want to bring her on, and she's got some thoughts to share with us. So Rose, can you join us?
And Rose, it's *6 on your telephone. We're showing muted on your phone line. *6 unmutes you. Star then 6. There we go.
You got me. Do you have me?
We've got. How you doing?
Oh man. That was a wonderful introduction. The first one about the abilities radio. I hadn't heard that before because I had always come in the middle. I was just just grinning like a Cheshire cat because that was just a wonderful introduction. And I also found out listening to that other than my physical challenges, I have the challenge of pain. That is part of the reason I wanted to talk about what I said I would like to talk about. So you let me know when I can start, or if you need to introduce somebody or not. And I won't go into everything because it will be too long.
All good. Well, the floor is yours. Go ahead. I would love to hear what you're thinking tonight. Go ahead and start.
Okay, great. Okay, again, my name is Rose Onama, and I originally come from Uganda. I came to this country at the tender age of 19. And now I am much closer to 70 than I am to 60. Or than I am to 19, let's put it that way. Gone through a lot of stuff. And I really kept my head up. I have died 3 times from spinal cancer. That's what put me in the wheelchair. But before that, I had a massive stroke where I was in a coma for 8 days. And people thought I wouldn't be able to walk, but I love challenges. I love a good fight. So I had to have a good fight with my body. And you know what? I had my number one granddaughter, and I was determined to walk with her when she started to walk. And actually, she and I walked at the same time. She was 7 months old, and she would hang on to my cane. One step I took, she took another, and within 3 days she was walking, and then I started to be able to walk because I had to chase after her. But then, then the cancer thing in my C4, 5, and 6 spine put me in that chair. I was a dancer. I ran track, AAU track for Illinois. And I had a 400-meter record that was below 1 minute, held for 5 years. And so, now and then, of course, I also escaped heart transplant by 4 months. Been 12 years cancer-free from
recording in progress.
Lung, liver, and spine cancer. And then I've been 6 years with my heart working 100%. Last appointment, my yearly appointment, last weekend, that was good, made me cheery. But then, some stuff happened. One of which has a lot to do with the entertainment part. When you were talking about the water skiing, this weekend, a friend of mine, there was supposed to be reggae sunsplash and on some waterways, and then my friend talked about going waterboarding, but of course I couldn't go. It really made me feel terrible. But then you know what? The little devil came in. It rained all day, so then I really rescheduled. So I was so sad. Maybe I can
recording
go next time.
Stop.
And that's part of the depression of coming from being able to walk around and do whatever I wanted to being shut down. But I found a way. I get myself out. I know how to get from one end of Milwaukee County to the other without being in a car. I don't like running the transit van, so I just ride the bus so I can always talk to people. But depression, people look bad about depression or feeling bad, but lots of people hide, especially when we're in a wheelchair. We smile, but it's like, I'm sure people have heard that song, Tears of a Clown by, I think, Smokey Robinson. One can hide a lot of pain under smiles. I'm a person who believes that, what? Being gloomy doesn't help because you're going to make somebody sad seeing your face like that. So I talk about my issues, and my culture, my African culture is not comfortable. And that's what I ran into when I try to tell people how I feel for being over here and not being able to go home now and then because the health system is terrible and all that stuff. And it takes 17 hours flight. Who wants to do like that? So anyway, I have found that there's a lot of people who when I used to do storytelling all over the state, all the way into Minnesota, who were all my friends. Now, all of a sudden, a lot of them kind of withdraw. Nobody offers, hey, can I come and take you out for a ride? Because I love riding on the countryside. Or can I do this for you? No, I don't hear that. So it really is a bad feeling. So, and those of you who may not have those kinds of disabilities, or you are physically okay and you can, you drive, you do this and that. When there's things like the water thing to be outside, it's very difficult for us to do that. For me, I now I can walk a bit, but I don't have the car. And the van service does not go anywhere outside of Milwaukee County. So how do I integrate myself with people without my just having, and I can only take the bus when it's not raining. And this is the thing, I'm a people person. I like to be with people and I advocate everywhere for everybody. I don't let anything keep me home. I would take my Rosemobile, you should see it, it's quite a machine. I take it everywhere and my Milwaukee people are the best. I went to Brady Street. You can't believe how many people just opened the way and made sure that I was in the front of the stage. And I said, all these people who say terrible things on Milwaukee, they need to call me and come in, and I can tell them what Milwaukee is, because I came here during that time when you're a black person, don't go on the other side of the 6th Street Bridge. I never followed that anyway. But anyway, I'm thinking it would be so nice, Kurt, to have some kind of a story, my thing with storytelling, where people can tell their stories and people can empathize and have a solution. Like for me, I make flower pens. I take silk flowers and put them on flower pens. And when I'm out on my bus rides or wherever, I hand people that, and the smile that I see on people's face just erases. all kinds of negativity. I'm always making things. And so, with the pains, I don't want to get cortisone shots in my hip or in my thumb or on my shoulder because too much is not good for you. So I pray, but I also do things that will bring a smile to my face or to other people's face. And one of the things I found is we have a lady who is Alzheimer's. She loves to dance. She remembers me not because she remembers my name, but because she remembers I dance with her and I make her get up and dance. I say, look at me. I'm in a chair, but I can dance sitting down. Just sit down and do what I do. And she would do it. Or I can stand up next to my chair in case I have to fall backwards when I twist too long. She does it. And that has made me happy, made her happy. But I was the one person. She always remembered the dancing. Oh, the lady in the pink wheelchair. And she dances, So, I'm not going to monopolize this time. But I would really love to have a time like that when you can have people to mentor or to help an individual that's newly diagnosed with disability on how to cope. It's been a very, very hard few days for me, but when my body said or my mind said, stay in bed, I stayed in bed and I wrote or I read and I did research on documentaries. Since I would like to start my YouTube channel, if some people can help me. But I just I look forward to being on this radio thing every week. And so now I promise myself Wednesday at this time, I'm not doing anything else except sitting at home and waiting to get on that radio. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so very much. And I have to thank Marty Hagedon for turning me on to you. But thank you so much. And anytime anybody needs any help, whatever, if you need storytelling, tell me. I will come.
That is so awesome. Oh, I love to hear all this. We're so happy to have you here. And Marty's the one that connected us with Riverwest Radio. So he is quite the connector. Very, very dynamic young man. And I'm thrilled that he was able to put us all together.
With the most beautiful little girls.
Oh, yes. So I want to bring Aaron back in. Did you have any thoughts that brought to you with what Rose has all been talking about?
I think the first thing that actually caught my mind is something called embracing vulnerability. I mean, sometimes life itself, there are lots of ups and downs, and every single thing that happens in our life, that would be a reason. And there's also something that we can learn from it. Just like originally I have hurt myself, but I also learned how to appreciate my time that I can spend on my other things that I like. I mean, if I'm working, I will actually just overlook every single thing in my life. But it just let me narrow it down to things. And really, I understand about you being caring, especially about you do not like to be the gloomy state. But trust me, when you're gloomy, there is a movie that's related to the emotions. There is a movie that's like happy, sad. So there's an emoji there. And when you express your sadness, it's also one way that people do care and know about what you're truly feeling. So don't worry too much about you're making people around you sad, because it's our natural human emotions. It also welcomes people to start noticing things that they may have overlooked.
Take care.
I think that is one element that I'm like you. I do care about people around me. I do not like to be like the emo state to spread around in terms of negativity. It's just like happiness you can spread around. Negativity can be spread around too. It's just about the balance. It's more like how you can express it. But then the thing is that letting them know and feeling connected to your stories and emotions. I think this is a right for them to understand. Otherwise, they'll be saying that, why are you not telling me that you're sad? And that's quite settling though. I think it is totally all right to share your emotions. Don't need to worry about too much about the world stereotyping on that part, because you are you. What's most important is you. So you always have our support here, don't worry. And definitely love to see you here often and hear your stories, because it's a gift that everyone has their own story to share. And through this story, we understand the real you, how you're going through, how you're making us to learn something from you too. I mean, I haven't been your state. I may have injured or may have felt sickness in my life, but the more I understand, the more I feel connected to you. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Aaron. And I know with all of this, Denise last week with our show here with Ability MKE Now, she introduced a new thing to us. It was called the Wheel of Life. I just want to bounce this over to Denise and welcome her into the show, and wondering if you could remind us a little of what that all is about and how this all kind of relates to that.
Yeah. So the Wheel of Life has 8 different categories. I believe that last week we talked about health, and I thought that today we could actually maybe touch a little bit on friends and family, because one of the things I heard was, connecting with your friends and going out, and just the fact that just really changes your whole energy and your vibe. And there's so much that you get that then goes right back to last week with the health, right? The more energized and happier that you are with that connection, because we all love, human relationship, right? That connection with another human being. It does a wealth for you, for your mindset, for your actual physical body. So I just love connecting with my friends, especially in the virtual world. Even if we can't physically be together, we can always be together here, especially here on the radio show. It's on Zoom. So definitely I love the friends and family portion of the life, the Wheel of Life, for sure.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Denise. Actually, I want to bring Rose back in here as well. So this whole concept of Wheel of Life and how friends and family play a role in that. What are your thoughts? Oh, actually, you just went back to mute, hon. There we go.
No, do you hear me now?
I hear you.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? It's really, I can identify and accept what I heard. That was, it was good to hear that. And however, there's so much, coming from a culture where if you're disabled in any way, especially physically, you're considered to now be stupid and dumb. And then, so it's very difficult to get anywhere, to say anything, even if you know so much. So, I deal with that. And I am such a people person that, I'm like, okay, so I can't walk, so what? But, if I'm really your friend, then you can come and ask me to go with you somewhere and not circle around. But I do have a very good friend who will always call me and do things with me. But it's difficult. But because I'm a storyteller, I do teaching storytelling that I learned from my grandmother. That is a bedrock of my Madi culture from West Nile, where I'm an Nilotic people of the Nile, because the Nile runs right through my home, and actually my land overlooks the Nile. And but some good things happen too, so it lifts me up. Many things, a lot of the stuff people don't know about me is that, my late father is one of the people who brought independence to my home country. Like I would say, like your George Washington. This year, my country would be 60, my home country would be 60 years old, and they're honoring my father. So I've had professors from University of Michigan and everywhere calling me. So because I'm open, I talk to people. Unfortunately, I can't go to be a speaker, but, if that was something that made me feel happy and took my mind off, I find things to take my mind off. But I really liked what you said about, having the misery spread, but also the happiness. And I usually can pull myself out of that stuff quickly by finding somebody I can talk to or teach or do storytelling. Sometimes maybe I am too much. I have to understand that too. But I am very committed to helping other people who might want that. And I would like, people to be able to, if you want to contact me, to have somebody to be around and talk. I call myself, as I said this week, I have been invited to too many pity parties that I'm the only guest, and they're terrible pity parties, so I leave. But then that pity party tries to follow me, but I know how to get out. Who wants to be in a rotten pity party where the food is terrible, the music is terrible because it's whining music, not that drinking kind. And I really appreciate you guys. I very much appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you too. And it just goes to show how important friends and family are. And we've often said, the friends are the family you choose, right? So the fact that we've gotten a chance to
God sends to you.
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. I love it put that way. That's fantastic. And I know even Denise has coined the term, or at least in my world, has coined the term family. Putting the FR of friends into there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, God has set me. I lost my firstborn 7 years ago. And in Africa, it was very difficult. But you know what? God sent me 2 boys. And what's really crazy about it is that one boy has got the exact same birthday as my son-in-law, but I call him my son-in-law. And the other one has got the exact same birthday as my daughter. So I have these 2 young men I've adopted as my sons, and they have the same birthday, my daughter and her husband. Isn't that something?
That's
thought about it today, and I said, well, God is sending me a message that He has given me a lot of good things, which is these 2 children that I adopted because they lost their mothers at 9 years old, and nobody cares about them. And so that's one of the things that makes me happy, when I can assist them, financially and emotionally, and give them a motherly advice, because our culture frowns on sharing things like this. If I was at home, they would rake me over the firewood, not the coals, not the charcoal here, but they would rake me just because, you're embarrassing the family. No, but I'm helping myself. You choose to be embarrassed, that's your business.
Yeah, we all need those support, and that's a huge piece to be able to have that in your world. Oh my gosh.
When now I always, when people say things to me, I always find a song for it. So now I'm thinking of Lean on Me.
Oh, nice.
When you need a friend.
Yeah. Well, and we do have a couple more friends that are
weird that way.
Oh God, I love that. I was going to just say that we have a couple more friends that are with us here tonight too, and just want to give them a chance to say hello.
I'd love to listen to them. Thank you.
Oh, sure. And so a new friend of our show, Patty, is here tonight for the first time. And just wondering if you want to come on and just give a quick hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Patty.
You sound good.
Excellent. Well, we're so glad you're here with us tonight. And Emily is always with us here too. Emily, you want to come on and give a quick hello and share any thoughts with us?
Hi, everybody. I thought it was a great conversation. Friends and family are very important for everybody in life. The whole relationship situation is important for things. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, we're so glad you're always here with us. And I've got to take a moment to bounce it over to one of the most important pieces in my friends and family world here, of course. My hubby is on here as always, Kurt. So I'm going to kick it over to my best friend there, Kurt. I'm sure you've got some thoughts that have kicked up with everything that's come up here tonight. So I want to give you a chance to say a few words yourself. Come on in.
All right, boy, way to build up the expectations. So here we go. So, so yeah, I mean, I tend to spin off from all of the personal realm, the inner space and the personal space and things within household. And I start to, divert the conversation out to gathering spaces and in faith spaces, places where we serve others, volunteering, nonprofit work, our cooperatives, things in libraries and so forth, where it's all a part of lifelong learning. The way that we just in the last 20 minutes learn from each other is immense. And, and kind of how this builds up a citizenship, how we all decide what we're going to do or not, whether we're very assertive and if we're really taking our rights and our freedom and our constituency and really using our voice, really advocating and really getting with our representation and helping them represent us, and then being productive members of society and creating healthy workplaces and workspaces that are conducive to great mental health practices. And then to spill right over into all the fun things, whether it's entertainment, watching movies or watching water ski shows or going out and doing sports, rec, hobbies, pastimes, travel, whatever it all is. There's so much that we are representing here in this show and through the work of Riverwest Radio to really give a splash and a synopsis, a deep dive, and really helping Milwaukeeans tune in to all these voices here and to check in on their own voice. And hopefully we helped everybody in Milwaukee grow just a little bit more as a result of Ability MKE Now. And now I want to go to the Minute to Win It with Denise Vargas. Diva, take it away. You got a minute. Good luck.
Hey, yeah, listen, I just want to let people know that you want more happiness, come to the Global Happiness Summit October 7th. We're going to have an amazing time. Stay tuned the weeks ahead. We'll be talking more about that. In the meantime, stay happy, stay positive, and always live creatively.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Diva. We love that. And actually, Erin, I'm going to bring you back in for just like a 20 seconds. She got a minute, but we're cracking down the whip now. Erin, what do you got for us, hon?
I only say one thing is to always live a life without regrets and keep on having fun. Turn everything that you think is like gloomy or sad every day into something that's fun and interesting and memorable. That can be done.
Amen.
As long as you adjust your mindset. Yeah. Back to you.
I love that. Thanks so much for sharing. We absolutely love the friends that we have that come together here and gather around the mic with us and get to share some wonderful things that are happening here in the Milwaukee area. And I know one thing with us, with the friends and family, we had our wonderful water ski event, adaptive water skiing last Friday, and it was spectacular. The friendship and the love that was there was huge. So I keep wanting to share out with everyone how important it is for all of us to interact, no matter what our abilities are, to be able to come together and sit at the table together here virtually, whatever it is, so that we can continue to promote and enjoy and be together. So here at Ability MKE Now, we thank you.